All right, old school NBA fans, self-researched NBA facts. Got another video for you. As always, thanks to anybody who watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. Want to give a special thanks to another super thanks from my man, Adidas20. Thank you so much for all your support. And this video here is one of those that just solidifies Michael Jordan as the GOAT. I don't know why I didn't put this together, but this is phenomenal. And there's no one else that can even come close. You can't even put player B here to compare. Michael Jordan's first 10 road playoff games. It's ridiculous. It's so much harder to score on the road, especially back in those days. And the numbers that this guy put up are just nothing short of astounding. I was astounded by it. So without further ado, let's put it up on the board. So Michael Jordan, his first 10 road playoff games. 1985 in the first round against Milwaukee, 7 for 19, 9 for 10 from line, 23 points. Game 2, 9 for 17 for 30 points. 1986 against Boston, game 1. That's when he had the 49-point game. Game 2 is when he had the historic 63-point game. 1987 against Boston, the first 2 games on the road, 12 for 25, 35 points, 14 for 29, 42 points. I mean, that's insane. And then 1988, first round against Cleveland, 12 for 25, 38 points. Game 2, 18 for 25, which is ridiculous, 72% from the field, it's crazy, 44 points. Then in the conference semifinals against Detroit, in Game 1, 10 for 22, 29 points. Game 2, 14 for 22, 36 points. That's amazing. That means that this dude shot 136 for 261. That's what he shot for his first 10 road playoff games. 389 points he scored. 38.9 per game on the road. While doing it, 52.1% from the field. And from the free throw line, he shot 89.76%. Insane. There's nobody who's touching this. And I got a lot of receipts here. A guy that a lot of people claim could be the most dominant, best individual player of all time. Same thing I was thinking. I bet some of you guys were thinking too. Well, what about Wilt Chamberlain? Because he put up all the ridiculous numbers and all that. But when you go to the road in the playoffs, Wilt doesn't put up those kind of numbers. He did have a couple of games like that. But let's check him out. In his first 10 road playoff games, Wilt Chamberlain, in the first round, well, actually, then it was the East Division semifinals against Syracuse. Only played the one road game. They did this weird thing where you're at home, game 2's on the road, game 3 at home again. Weird. They'd alternated every other game. They did that till like about 1963, I think. Wilt goes 11 for 26 in that game for 28 points. Nothing crazy. In the East Finals against Boston, in game 1, 17 for 35, 42 points. That's really good. But I'm guessing Russell said enough of that. Because in game 3, the next game, Wilt goes 6 for 13, 12 points. But in game 5, Wilt went nuts. 22 for 42 for 50 points. Big game there. The next season in 61, same thing. Against Syracuse, game 2. He goes 13 for 28, 32 points. They lose that series. In the next season in 62, in game 2, 12 for 26, 28 points. In game 4, 11 for 24, 29 points. The East Finals, game 1, 13 for 25, 33 points. In game number 5, 11 for 27, 30 points. All told, Wilt Chamberlain went 130 for 278. He shot 46.76 from the field, 56.73% from the free throw line, and he averaged 31.9 points per game. Now that's really good, the points and everything like that. The shooting percentage of 46.76, that's a little low though. And even the great Wilt Chamberlain is 7 for full points behind Michael Jordan. That is crazy. Why don't we move it along to the alleged, manufactured, fake, phony GOAT, LeBron James. Let's take a look at what he did in his first 10 finals games on the road. Big difference in the competition between the two. Let's just say that. Now, Wilt had good competition. I mean, Syracuse, they were okay, but he had to play 6 games in here against Boston. So that's tough. That's Bill Russell. So he definitely had some very good defense to go through, no doubt. LeBron, not really. One team. LeBron starts his career 2006 first round against the Wizards. First 2 games are at home. Games 3, 4, and 6 are in Washington. Game 3 in Washington. He goes 16 for 28 for 41 points. Wow, that's really good. Game 4, 13 for 23 for 38 points. That's really good, beating up on those Wizards. Game 6, 15 for 25 for 32 points. He had an excellent series on the road, no doubt about it. Then he runs into a real team, the Pistons in 06. Now, they were a little more vulnerable than the 04 and the 05 team. Down the stretch, they were not as good as they were in like the first. At one point, they were like 49-7, Detroit. So going down the stretch, they definitely weren't the same team. But either way, game 1 in Detroit, LeBron goes 9 for 18, 22 points. Game 2, 11 for 23, 30 points. Game 5, 13 for 30, 32 points. Game 7, 11 for 24, 27 points. The next season, 2007, first round, there's those Wizards again. In Game 3, 11 for 22 for 30 points. And in Game 4, 8 for 22, 31 points. In the Eastern Conference semifinals, in Game 3, LeBron goes 5 for 16 for 18 points. That's what he did. I know on the graphic there it says Game 1, but it's actually Game 3 for New Jersey, the very last game on there. All told, LeBron goes 111 for 231, scored 301 total points. So he averaged 30.1 points per game, 48.05% from the field, and 74.66 from the line. So when you look at it, you're thinking, okay, well, he played 5 of those games against the Wizards, 1 against the Nets, and the other 4 against Detroit in actual defense. The rest of these teams, no, not so much. But LeBron at 30.1 is still 8.8 points behind Michael Jordan. And Jordan only hit a handful of 3-pointers through the whole thing. Incredible. Jordan just dwarfs anybody and almost anything. And this was really fun to put together. I had a good time with this one. But now we're going to take a look at the actual defenses faced. How good were they? Because I think that matters. Most people would agree that it matters who you play. Now, if people want to be technical and say, well, LeBron wasn't the same age as Michael Jordan when he was a rookie. Trust me, you don't want to go there, because that will bring in games 1 and 2 of the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals and the 2007 Finals. You don't want to go there. It was not pretty. LeBron had a horrible shooting percentage. I was going to run it just because I know all the detractors always have something to say, but I didn't. I was like, it's a joke. I'm not even going to run it because then I'm going to feel like an extra biased homer, so I didn't run it. I just did the exact same thing. His first 10 road playoff games. Let the chips fall where they may. If he would have been better than Michael Jordan, I would have played it anyway, believe it or not. LeBron James' first 10 road playoff games, defenses faced. Here we go. 2006 first round versus Washington. 3 games he played against them. They were the number 22 rated defense, number 21 in opponents' points per game. So most people, reasonable people, would say that's a pretty weak defense, I would think. The 2006 Detroit Pistons in the semifinals. LeBron played against them 4 games. They were the number 5 rated defense. They were number 3 in opponents' points per game. So an actual real defense. Ben Wallace was Defensive Player of the Year. Chauncey Billups and Tayshaun Prince were second team all defense. Legit team. 2007 first round Washington Wizards. 2 games he played against them. Washington was number 28 rated defense and number 28 opponent points per game allowed. I mean, really? And then the last game, the one game, 2007 East semifinals against New Jersey. New Jersey was the 15th rated defense and 13 opponents points per game. Middle of the road. Jason Kidd was second team all defense, for what it's worth. You got 5 games against a team that is the bottom quarter in the league in defense, one team that's middle of the road, and then you got Detroit, one real actual defense. Michael Jordan, first 10 road playoff games, defenses he faced, I think you're going to find them a little different than old LeBron faced. Starting right out, 1985, first round, his first 2 playoff games ever. Milwaukee, the 2 games he played, they were the number 2 rated defense, number 1 in opponents' points per game allowed. Sidney Moncrief and Paul Pressey were both first team all defense and both finished top 3 for Defensive Player of the Year. Moncrief was second, Pressey was third. This team was so strong, especially the wing defense. No doubt about that. 1986 Boston Celtics. 2 games. Games 1 and 2. Boston was the number 1 rated defense, number 3 in opponents' points per game. Kevin McHale, first team all defense. Dennis Johnson, second team all defense. So these are just legit teams. 1987, first round versus Boston. Games 1 and 2. They were the number 9 rated defense, but number 4 in opponents' points per game. McHale and Dennis Johnson both made first team all defense that year. 1988 first round versus Cleveland, the 2 games they played there. I know what you're thinking, oh, the 42 and 40, how good could they be? Well, you're going to see defensively, they were very strong. They were the number 5 rated defense in the NBA, the number 2 team opponents points per game in the NBA. So this is no mere 42 and 40 team. This was a very good defensive team led by Larry Nance, Brad Daugherty. They were good. Ron Harper, they were legit. Last but not least, the 1988 Eastern Conference semifinals against Detroit. You know how good their defense was. In the 2 games against Detroit, Detroit had the number 2 rated defensive team in the NBA, number 3 opponents points per game. Dennis Rodman finished 8th for Defensive Player of the Year. I think the NBA was a little late to the party on naming these guys all defense and Defensive Player of the Years and stuff like that. But even still, as a unit, the second-ranked defense, 3rd in allowing points. So that means in 88, the Bulls were the number 2 and the number 3 team, 2 of the top 3 stingiest defense in the NBA back-to-back. I think that's a big contrast to playing the Wizards, I would think. I threw a couple other guys in here just for fun. Kevin Durant was the exact same age as Michael Jordan was when he played his first playoff games. He went to college 1 year, missed the playoffs for 2 years, so then his age 21-22 season, just like Jordan, would have been his first playoff experience. Kevin Durant, in his first 10 road playoff games, he shot 82 for 203 for 40.39% from the field, 26.2 points per game. I think you'll find Michael Jordan's was much stronger than Kevin Durant's against much better defenses. I even threw in this guy because he was off to such a dynamite start and he did it all by 2-pointers. He had a huge height, size advantage. There was about a third of the best players in the world were playing in the ABA. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's got some really good numbers in here. His first 10 road playoff games, 123 for 213. He shot 57.74% from the field, 30.1 points per game. That's what he did. That's good, actually. I thought it was really good, but it's still 8.8 points away from what Michael Jordan did. And other than the Knicks in 1970, Kareem did not face a defense anything like what the Bulls did. Only that one team, much like LeBron, only the one team. And I don't have a graphic for it, but just if anybody was curious, any of the younger people who love the modern NBA, Steph Curry, who was actually much older than Michael Jordan when he made his first playoff debut, he was a 21-year-old when he came in the NBA. He missed his first 3 years from the playoffs. So he would have been 25 years old when Curry finally made the playoffs. And that is something I hold against Curry that nobody else does. They're just like, oh, whatever, blah, 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 give him a pass. I don't. But either way, in Curry's first 10 road playoff games, he scored 227 points, 22.7. What do you want from me? Jordan's 16.2 over Curry. What can I tell you? And Curry did not play the defenses that Jordan did. He played the Denver Nuggets, the Clippers. They weren't bad, but come on, Clippers. He did play the Spurs. Spurs were pretty good defensively, but come on, no. Bulls are playing the Pistons, the Celtics, the 85 Bucks, with two of the top 3 defensive players in the whole NBA on one team. Even the 88 Cleveland, people sleep on them. They were really good. Second best in opponents' points per game. This is absolute proof to me why Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. This is just more things to say. Who can touch first 10 road playoff games putting up 39 points a game? Give me a break. Maybe somebody can do it for a clip or a series, but 10 games over a 5-series span? Yeah, I don't think so. That just means that there is no equal to Michael Jordan scoring the ball. Not Kareem, certainly not LeBron, not Curry, not KD, please. Not even Wilt Chamberlain is on the level of Michael Jordan. Now, Wilt in the regular season, yes, a better scorer than Jordan. In the playoffs, oh no, Jordan was the better scorer between the two overall. I got some clips here for your viewing enjoyment. Michael Jordan in 1985, 1986, and 1988, those 3 years, I got some clips of what Michael Jordan was doing to these teams in the playoffs. I just thought you guys might like it. I loved it. Pretty amazing stuff where he was very athletic, doing all kinds of acrobatic stuff, but his jumper was real nice. Getting and ones. Guy was unreal. Take a look for yourself. If you're not convinced by the numbers, watch the video.
Finding the open man. A very well coached team. Jordan in the lane. No team has had more than a 3-point lead in this game. 3-point attempt by Michael Jordan. Over. Jawan Oldham gets it to Michael Jordan, who goes up. Foul. Basket count. He's getting so frustrated. Jordan with his hands up. Tip control by Brewer, but Michael Jordan shows a little of that lead for either side. Right now, Milwaukee with a 4-point lead. Jordan cuts it ahead. Should have. Jordan 2-on-1 all the way. Oh!
Away from one double, he comes into another double. Well, watch that. Where was the foul on the game? And that's Terry Cummings.
Inside, Jordan.
Picked off by Jordan, and no one's going to catch him. I don't know. He had to do it, Nancy. There goes Jordan for 2.
There he goes to his right again.
Paxson is in.
There's Rick Carlisle trying to force him to go left.
Jordan
It does.
stutter step. Down to 1. Chicago is led by as many as 12. Jordan. 68-61 with 9:44 to go. Michael here. He's going after Jordan, who scored 16 in the second quarter. Kevin is having a heck of a night. 9 of 10. Jordan rolls in a runner.
Chicago front court into Jordan. Turnaround shot, right baseline. Book it. By Sellers. Jordan's got a breakaway. Michael Jordan all the way for the 2-hand jam. 8 on the clock. Jordan quick drive in for the right. Pull-up shot, right baseline, around and in. 15 to shoot. Right corner, Jordan. Michael shoots it up on Dumars, right through. Grant, right baseline, shot on the way, around and out. Tipped in by Jordan. Elston feeds it into Jordan. Low right turnaround shot by Michael. Good. Grabs it. Ahead to Pippen. Back to Jordan. In for the right for the dunk. Oh, man, was Michael Jordan in the air. He's Jordan outside left. Quick drive. Baseline left. In deep. Shoots it up. No. Tips in his own miss. Jordan wide left against Lewis. Quick drive. In for the left. Lays it in. 6 on the clock. Jordan against Dumars. In for the left. Michael's left baseline shot.
All right, that's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you wouldn't mind sharing the video, that would be great. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I give daily content. And that's it. Until next time.